So what I'm going to talk about today is the profile of financial hardship and disadvantage and how that creates financial stresses on people, impacts on debt and unsustainable loans, and then has adverse social, health and well-being effects. But encompassing that is the histories that people have and their journeys, which impacted initially on that low income. So it is a cumulative causation kind of situation we're looking at here. And just on that history, many have experienced homelessness, around about half of the sample, and they've followed, in that sense, what we see as a traditional pathway, which is in teenage years being kicked out of home or running away from home. So this is fundamentally important. Young people here in Perth will be currently in that process. And many have had an experience around foster care, but it is a broad range, remember that. And 3/4 have had experiences of domestic violence, and there is a significant justice interaction. So that's the histories of people that are in this study. Now let's get to the financial stresses that people have. We've got a majority who are reliant entirely on income support payments. And we know already that those who are receiving New Start and other allowances are below the poverty line, and that those who are receiving age pension are just above the poverty line, but may, from the point of view of their financial stresses, be effectively in poverty as well. What do we see in terms of the financial stresses? We see a number of things. For example, 3/4 can't pay bills on time. That has an impact on, so if you can't pay your bills, and we know that the Western Australian government has done important work, particularly around water and so on, to alleviate this problem. This is a really significant problem. If you can't pay those bills, you will find yourselves in a situation where you've got to go off for money. And this is where the debt problem comes in. And half went without meals. We spoke previously in other releases about food insecurity in Perth, consequent on disadvantage. But these are significant stresses in people's lives. A third can't afford a motor vehicle. How does this compare with the national representative average? 2%. So if we use studies such as Hilda to understand our situation, we will never really get at the issue of disadvantage in WA. I know a lot of people do use Hilda, but just look at the differences that you get there. Access to the internet at home, a third don't have access. This has important implications for the way kids do their homework. If you don't have internet at home, you are disadvantaged in terms of your opportunities growing up in the modern world. Now these are some quotes. So the key qualitative work is currently being undertaken, but we did ask family members to express their views at various points in terms of finances. What do I need? I need job and income, a secure home, good income, supported people, the basic stuff, security, job security, and a bit of extra money to be able to get by.